Okay, next term is adhesive. I don't know the word. Adhesive. Mhm. I cannot find this term in dictionary, so let's read this. Adhesive, a term used in grammatical description to refer to a type of inflection which expresses the meaning of a presence at or near a place. The adhesive is found in Finnish, for example, along with errative, and several other cases expressing local, temporal, and spatial meanings. Mm, I don't know. Adjacency condition, a condition on the assignment of case in government binding theory. I don't know. Well, which blocks case assignment to those known phrases not adjacent to the case assigned. Since the case filter requires every O about NP to be case mapped, the adjacency condition forces NP complements to appear closer to their case assigner, and thus to precede non-NP complements, as in English. John put a book on the shelf, but not John put on the shelf a book. I cannot understand. Well, at first I don't know the theory. Government binding theory. Okay, next. Adjacency pair. A term used in sociolinguistics analysis analyzes analyzes of conversational interaction to refer to a single stimulus plus response sequence by the participants. Adjacency pairs have been analyzed in terms of their role in initiating, maintaining, and closing a conversation, e.g., the various conventions of greeting, leave talking, topic changing, and constitute, it has been suggested, an important methodological concept in investigating the ethnography of communication. Hmm. Okay, next word is adjacent. An application of general sense of this term in several areas of linguistics, especially in generative models of language, where it refers specifically to neighboring elements in the representation. For example, some phonological models require a locality condition. Phonological rules apply only between elements which are next to each other on a given tier. In feature geometry, for instance, the neighboring representation of features or nodes on tier are said to be adjacent, and those separated by other elements to be non-adjacent. In this context, 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 in this context, in this context, the notion of adjacency is sometimes extended to include features on different tires, which count as adjacent if they are linked to adjacent root nodes. In metrical phonology, the metrical locality principle requires that rule refer only to elements at the same or adjacent layers of metrical structure. See also adjacency pair, adjacency condition, locality. Okay. Oh. Hmm. I cannot understand at all. Okay, next word is adjective. Terms in the grammatical classification of words to refer to the main set of items which specify the attribute of nouns. From a formal point of view, four criteria are generally invoked to define the class in English, and similar kinds of criteria establish the class in other languages. Criteria. Criteria. Criteria establish the class in other languages. They can come within the noun phrase, i.e., they function in the attributive position, e.g., the big man. They can occur in a post-verbal or predicative position, e.g., the man is big. He called it stupid. They can be pre-modified via instantiative used in comparative and superlative form either by inflection, e.g., big, bigger, biggest, or periphrastically interesting, more interesting, most interesting. However, not all adjectives satisfy all these criteria, e.g., major, as in a major question, does not occur predicatively. The question is major, and the subclassification of an adjective has proved quite complex. Both narrow and broad applications of the term adjective will be found in grammars. In its broadest sense, it could include everything between the determiner and the noun in such a phrase as the vicar's fine old English garden chair. But many linguists prefer to restrict it to the items which satisfy most or all of the above criteria, to include only fine and old in this example. The other item being called adjective-like or adjectivals. Adjective may also be the head of phrases. Adjective or adjectival phrases, abbreviated AP or ADJP, such as "that's very important." And an adjectival function is sometimes recognized for a certain type of clause, e.g., here's a man I saw. See attributive predicative.